Hi, this is Tim. I'm here to show you through Source Destination Cut today. The 4-point editing that's inside Sequoia is extremely powerful. Think of it as a way of setting up a source point, which is where your audio is located, and a destination point where you want that audio to go to. And with a single click, you can then insert it into this destination point. Now, it's very powerful when you start seeing exactly how you can use this in everyday work. So I'm going to start with the very basics now, and we'll move on from there. Okay, so we have the basic audio file right here in track 1. Hit play. And we're going to chop this up and turn it into a shorter edited version of this song. Let's make the timeline show some minutes and seconds. And we're going to set up this first track as our source track. So using this drop-down menu, we can choose source. Now, using the drop-down menu, there is a selection here where you can choose multiple tracks. We'll get into that in a minute. For now, simply just have it set on source. The second track we're going to set to destination. So we have a little S and a little D set up for source and destination. Let's put the destination up on top just for keeping everything straight. And we're going to set up a destination point about halfway through just so you can see things hop around a little bit easier. So there's your destination in point. And this is the destination track. This, of course, is your source track. So let's choose a source in and a source out. And with a single click or key command, you can set all these points with key commands, of course. It inserts this audio to where the destination point was, moving the destination point now to the very end of the object that we inserted, setting it up for our next edit. So let's put another source in and out and paste. Now let's capture the end of the song with a source and an N and paste. Now we can change our destination point. Obviously you'll go through and search these points out correctly. And we can actually insert a segment of audio with ripple, which moves all of the audio back and makes room for it. You can also insert it without a ripple, which means it pastes right over the top of it. So here in the simplest form, you can kind of see it's very quick to assemble an edit. Let's move on to a little bit more complicated now. Okay, here's how you actually do the source destination cut onto the same track, but further on the same VIP. If you click source for your source track, and then you also click it again and choose destination, it changes to source destination, all on the same track. So anywhere, could be an hour later in a project, you can set up a destination point. You don't even have to look at it anymore. So you can scroll in onto the part that you're actually editing, set up your source points, hit go, and it's already there. Set up your next source points, hit go, and it's already there. As we scan out, you'll see this is all being assembled further on the timeline. Now we're free to zoom in on it and actually make all of the little fine tunings that we'll need to make in this audio. Okay, now let's look at something a little bit more complicated. We have drum tracks here, 9 different tracks, kick all the way through some various different microphones, and the actual song was played through 3 times. So we have 3 different takes that we're going to comp together. And the easiest way to do this in Source Destination Cut is to use a drop-down menu, choose Source Destination Track Number. We're going to choose 9, and then we're going to hit Source for the sources. All 9 source tracks light up. The next tracks we're going to make the destination tracks, and there's 9 of them that have lit up to be the actual destination tracks. So let's look at this in Source Destination mode. That puts our sources on the bottom, the destinations on top. And then we can zoom in on the various parts that we want to do. Let's put a destination marker at the very beginning of the song. Let's put it at the number 1 marker. Our destination in will be right there. Now, let's, on the source tracks, go down. Let's put our source in. And let's put our source out. And let's add that to our destination tracks. Now let's move to the next take. And we're going to come in on that same snare hit with our source in. We're going to come out, though, on 184. Let's put our source out and let's add that to the destination tracks. Now, let's go to our third track and go to that exact same part of the song. We're going to grab our source in from there, and let's place a source out track at the very end. And let's add that. So now our destination track is set up so it goes right across the part we punched. So we've now added this new section right here. Take 1, take 2, and take 3 all lined up perfectly. Okay, so let's get out of source destination mode. If you notice, all of your source tracks are now muted, and we now have our working, our working area down here where the destinations are. So we can turn these off, and this is our perfectly comped together drum take. Now you can set up source destination cut, 4-point cut, 4-point editing. You can set up all of this in source destination mode to work your entire project on. Here we're looking at a radio program where the bottom section is set up, it's your source, but it's set up as a clip store and editing area to edit the actual WAV files that you're going to use as a source. The top area is the finished radio program assembled from the parts down below using 4-point editing or source destination cut. So what we're looking at is one set of interviews right there. This is the voiceover interview section. Here is another interview section, and this last object is the music bed. So what we've done is we've simply gone through and edited the voiceover until it's exactly how we wanted it to sound, and then using 4-point cut, use a source in, a source out, and we want to stick that right here. So let's add a destination point, and let's do the cut. Bam. Now it's in the correct area. We want to come in with a music bed at the very end. So we're going to add a source in and a source out. And very simply, do the cut right in there. So depending on how you want it to work for you, you can set up templates to literally do anything using source destination cut. In this case, a clip store and editing bay and a final assembly of the radio show. So you can go back and forth and audition whatever you want to hear and have all of it open right in front of you. So it can get as complex as you want it to be. It can be as simple and straightforward as you want it to be. But it's a very quick and easy solution. And I thank you for taking a time to look at this. And hopefully you get a chance to dive into it more yourself on your own projects. Thanks.